Hey guys, hey everybody. Today no, that's not it. Hey guys, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. Banaye muli mutya muli bulungi. Kansubira muli bulungi. Abamu kufe tetuli bulungi. And you know what? Ngenda kwogera mu luzungu kubanga n'abantu benjagala balabe video yange nabo bogera luzungu tebamanyi Uganda, right? Okay, so what are we here to talk about? First of all, hold on. I'm stressed. I need some wine. I needed that. I really needed that. Okay. So I guess I'm here to talk about Uganda. Everybody that's not aware of what's going on in Uganda, I would like to let you know that what's going on in Uganda is police brutality. Why? It has always been there, it has always been a thing, but it usually is at the end of elections. Now, Uganda is preparing for elections, which were actually supposed to happen elections next year. They were supposed to be in March, but somebody told me that the current president Museveni, moved it to January 14th. I think that's it. So those of you that don't know, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has been the president of Uganda since 1986. 1986. A lot of us were not even born yet. Like, I was not born when Museveni came into power, but that is the person that I knew growing up. Now, he is the 9th president of Uganda, and he has been president for that long. Now, I know a lot of people say it's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair, because who has a president, or what kind of person in their right mind would actually want to be president for over 30 years? Like, people are tired. People want somebody that's gonna be able to do what they want them to do. Like, people want a millennial. People want somebody that's their age, like Bobi Wine, somebody that could understand the millennials. Obviously, like, Museveni is in his 80s. I think he's 90. Okay, no, I'm exaggerating, but I think he's in his 80s. Like, for real, I think he's in his 80s. This is the picture of Museveni. Like, a lot of you that don't know him, that's the picture. So he's been president for over those years. And Bobi Wine is a musician. He is a Ugandan musician. Actually, you guys know, like, I was born in Uganda, right? So growing up, I've always been listening to Bobi Wine songs. So Bobi Wine songs, he sings a lot of freedom songs, like, we need a new president, like, we need a lot done, the economy is so bad. Like, the economy is so bad in Uganda. People are poor. Like, you could literally go to college, to the university, and get your master's or get your PhD and really not have a job after you are out of college. Like, that is how bad it is. So, Bobi Wine has listened to young people, the youth mostly, and he has asked them, what do you want? And the youth are like, we want to be able to get a job when we get out of school. It's like, we don't have that luxury, and looking for school fees is not easy. Like, looking for school fees is actually so hard. So imagine a parent works hard to take their kids to school, and then when they're done with that high education, they can't even get a job. Like, it's a lot of frustrations. Like, people start businesses, like the taxes are so much. Like, recently, I did get some stuff from Uganda, and this was coming from China that was shipped to Uganda. Like, the taxes are actually they make your taxes more than what you bought. And it doesn't matter whether it's gonna be for business and it's gonna help like the country. It doesn't matter. They're just looking at the profit that it's gonna make before it even makes a profit. What if it doesn't make a profit? So you see what I'm saying? It's like he just keeps people being poor. And I know people are like, well, the president is not supposed to give you jobs or whatever, but yeah, he is supposed to help provide those jobs, because if he doesn't put effort into the economy, like creating more jobs, creating jobs that graduates can get and work and earn a living and have a family, like what what are people gonna do? Nothing. And that's why there is a lot of streets, I mean thieves. There is a lot of thieves in Uganda. Like they stole my two cell phones when I went in 20 I think this was 2017. Like they stole the iPhone that I had, they stole my Note. At that time I think I had the Note 8. They stole it, but whatever, anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was saying, like, Bobi Wine has been fighting for the country, and I feel like, or a lot of people my age, the youth, feel like he understands them, feels like he's young enough, he knows the struggles, like, he's a millennial. So because the struggles and he knows the struggles, a lot of people support him. A lot of people want to be a part of, you know, people power. Yeah, so they have he's from people power, but I guess he has NUP, National Umbrella Party. No, National Unity Party. National Unity Party, meaning it's national and it's unity. It doesn't matter whether you're from the east, you're from West Uganda, you're from northern Uganda, you're from central Uganda. It doesn't matter. Like, unity. He just want to unify people, because at the end of the day, I mean, growing up in Uganda, there was a little bit of tribalism. It's so much of that. It's like people from the central hate the west, people from the west, but they hate that because Museveni says he's from the west, and the west are like, nah, he's not from here, he's from Rwanda. So it's like funny, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's from Rwanda, because he did a few things good for Uganda, but now it's time to have him out. Now the main thing what I wanted to talk about was, like, he went to Ginger to actually campaign. It was supposed to be a small campaign, I guess, but then it turned out big. A lot of people showed up, and when a lot of people showed up, then it's like the army was waiting for him. But let me tell you something, this President Museveni doesn't even use the police, like local police. No, he uses the army, and he feels like he owns the army. He doesn't even feel like he does own it, because he chooses who's dying, who's gonna be arrested, who's gonna be taken to the torture house, who's gonna be taken where. So during that campaigning, and this was 3 days ago, I think this was on Friday or Thursday. Well, I don't really know the time, because time here in Uganda is different. But anyway, so he went to campaign, and he found on the way to the campaign, it's that he found the army waiting for him and his supporters. The army waiting. And let me tell you something, like, they blocked off the road so people don't go to see him. They beat people, like, they see you wearing red. That's why I'm wearing red, people power, like, people power, red, like, like, I love it. I love that they chose the red color, because it means like people power. So they beat people, and then after, they were trying to get to him, and a lot of people were actually fighting and defending. People were actually even putting themselves as shields. Like, you could beat me, how, like, You could beat me however much you want to beat me, but you're not gonna touch my president, because right now he is like that's the president. Like, we know that Museveni is still gonna steal the votes, because he came up with this hashtag, all his people that silent majority. So he's trying to say the majority of people in the country want him. Lies. Nobody wants him. People want him out. That's why when he holds campaigns, like, nobody shows up. And let me tell you something, they arrested Bobi Wine because they say that he was what did he say, that he wasn't supposed to campaign, and because of COVID they're supposed to do scientific campaigning. Nobody even knows what that means, because NRM, which is Museveni's party, has been holding campaigns and nobody says anything. But then when it comes to Bobi Wine, it's like the president want to say something, like, no, you can do something, and then the other person does it, and then you say, no, it's not supposed to be that way. How? Like, they arrested him, and this is what actually they were saying, like, right here, this is the shit what they had to, what the police had, the warrant, the arrest warrant, like, talking about, like, he was campaigning during COVID season. First of all, there is no COVID. There might be COVID in Uganda, but it's not a lot. And for some reason, everybody that's dying nowadays, it's like they say COVID, because what Museveni wants, he wants the World Bank money, he wants the UN money. Like, he's been just eating money. And let me tell you something, they haven't done nothing. They haven't fed the poor. People have to civilians have to come up with GoFundMe pages, like Gwangamuje, Taramilka. All of those people have to come together to send money to Uganda so people can get fed, because he kept people in quarantine since March. Like, Uganda's still in quarantine till now. Like, he has not actually officially lifted the ban, because he wants to take advantage of that to say that no campaigning. And he knows if he campaigns, Bobi Wine is gonna have over, like, maybe 10,000 people, and he's gonna have like 2,000 people. So of course, when people see that, you already know that he's not winning, and Bobi Wine is actually winning. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're not stupid. He thinks people are stupid. Like, we're millennials. Like, we're not like our fathers. We're not like our mothers. Maybe they don't want change. Maybe our grandparents did not want change because they don't want war. But what Museveni needs to know, that people are so tired. People are willing to die for their country. Like, people are willing to put themselves on the line. They shot like 3 people, including a child. I think I saw, no, actually more than, like, they shot like so many people. 38 people got injured the day that Bobi Wine was arrested. And this is because the police, instead of the police telling them, like, go home, the people refused to go home, because they're like, why are you arresting our president? Next thing you know, the police was just shooting at anybody. I seen, like, this boy who lost his legs. You see this? He lost his legs. This woman lost her legs and she died. And then this other man died on the spot. And let me tell you a story. I was watching this video actually when the cops were on the streets. They're on the streets shooting at people and they don't care. And this lady right here is recording a video, an innocent video, a civilian. Like, that's what you're supposed to be recording, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna say that you didn't do that. So you could see the policeman, the police or the army people, like, walking, and she's recording, and somebody tries to shoot at her, but he actually really doesn't the first time. And then as he sees that she's still continuing with shooting, he shoots at her. Like, he shoots at her. What if he shot her dead? Of course nobody cares, because Museveni feels like he could just shoot all the civilians in Uganda. He could just, like, shoot at anybody. Who else was arrested? Like, Honorable Segirinya, I think that's his name. he was arrested. That's like he's a contestant, an MP contested in Kawempe. I think that's what he is. But he's like Bobi Wine's friend or right hand or whatever, you know, they are in the same party. He went to Ginger, Nalufenya, that's the place where they had arrested Bobi Wine. So he was demanding, like, you know, you have to let our president for our party go. Like, why would you arrest him? So when they went to go apply pressure, a lot of pressure, what they did is he ended up being arrested by the cops because they're saying like you're not supposed to be around here. First of all, what do you mean you're not supposed to be around here? They just hate anybody that loves Bobi Wine. If you love Bobi Wine, NRM hates you. If you love Bobi Wine, the army hates you. And you know what? I don't even feel bad. I mean, I do feel bad for the army, but because it's like they following these orders, probably they don't believe in Museveni anymore themselves because they're not fed right. They don't pay them right. Some of them, I'm in 2017 when I went to Uganda, like I had to go. I was visiting like where like army people, the barracks where the army people live, where they sleep, and I wanted to cry because they live in like these little huts. Like the living conditions are so bad. They barely have shoes. Like look, that's what I'm saying. That was the army person. That's the type of shoes they're wearing. So like Museveni is telling them to go kill somebody that they too know could bring change in Uganda, because I don't think they do want to do all that. But at the end of the day, if they tell you like you gotta keep law and order and just shoot to kill, even if you don't want to, it's like you're gonna have to do it. But let me tell you something. Army people, you don't need to kill your fellow Ugandans, because at the end of the day, if you kill them, what are you really gonna gain? You're just gaining a bad name. You are just gaining a bad name. So if they tell you go kill people, you shouldn't just go kill people, because that's not good. And listen, Museveni is so mad that he hates Bobi Wine, but people love him so much, mostly the youth, like they can't even vote, but they love him. They see what their parents have gone through, what their grandparents have gone through, what they have gone through like in school. So it's like they are tired too. Listen, they blocked off roads and they didn't want nobody to go see President Bobi Wine speak. But let me tell you something. Kids climbed on the trees. They climbed on the trees to go hear him speak. Now, let me tell you something. That's something that you cannot stop. You cannot stop something like that. You're gonna be hard. You're gonna do whatever you want. Like Museveni will cry. He probably cries every day. I think Bobi Wine stresses him so much in the support that he has that he can do anything. Anything. But anyway, listen, anybody that has any updates and comments, like please share. And all the musicians that are quiet in Uganda, we are watching you, we are seeing you. You come to America, nobody's gonna come to your show. And I hope people in Uganda, you do the same. Don't buy their albums, don't do nothing, because if civilians are dying and your people are dying, these are the people that buy your music. These are the people you beg for money, because at the end of the day, you need them to be a musician to survive or to be big, and everybody's quiet. The only person I've seen say something really, like really say something and not just post a picture of free Bobi Wine or stop police brutality is Epas. Like that's why I love his music. Like I love his music. Anyway, you could also tell me other artists that you have seen speak out against this. I think I've also seen King Saha say something about it. Like some people are saying something about it, but I feel like not a lot. And I feel like after Epas called out musicians, then they did start posting about it, because obviously they were feeling guilty and they know that what he was saying was right. But anyway, the other time I did go on live for Ugandan Millennials, I did send money to a few people. So you know, just share this video, follow Ugandan Millennials, follow us on Instagram. You know, everything is right here. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on my Facebook page. Share this video. Tag me so you could have a chance to win some data. I love giving out data to people in Uganda because I want everybody to still keep on talking about people power and the NUP. And you know, the more awareness we give us, the more updates we get from you, we know what's going on. So that's why I'm giving out data to the lucky 5 people. Just tag me, tag this video, share this video, and follow me on social media. Take screenshots, whatever you want to do, and just send it to my Facebook or Instagram, and I'll double check and see. And also make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. If you subscribe, nobody's gonna get money if they don't subscribe and share. That's all, because I have my rules, and you know, I'm giving free money. So because I'm giving free money, you gotta do something. Do your part as I do my part. That's the only way I could right now to support my Ugandans. So, you know, giving you data to start to continue fighting for civilians, to keep on fighting for our countries, to keep on really tell people about what's going on, causing awareness. You know, thanks to my friends that have reposted, thanks to everybody that has actually reposted whatever I was posting or something, whatever you posted about Uganda. Like, I really appreciate, and I really do see those that don't share it either. So, you know, like I said, whatever, stress, too much stress. Anyway, like I said before, share, and thank you for watching. Thank you for always sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Time for me to eat now.
Some of you artists may be mad at me, but the least you can do.
You know what else to do is look at that guy trying to point a gun at me. That one pointing a gun at me, like in a way to say, why are you recording us? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. So there was tear gas right here in the office. Right there. They fired right here in the office. It's actually not tear gas. It's a bullet that just went past my ear. Why? It's a bullet that just went past my ear, and I think it is still in this box. So here.
Some of you artists may be mad at me, but the least you can do.
Sovereignty. Your enemies are not the Ugandans. So don't be used. We know also that the regime decided to use some bandits, like historically it's known the regime has used bandits, or they have been bandits themselves in the past. So they've decided to use some armed hooligans who show up on our streets without uniform, but wielding dangerous guns, AK-47 and others, shooting and murdering unarmed civilians. I want to remind you, friends, that there will be a time of answering questions. So whatever you do, remember that one day you're going to answer. Now, to President Museveni and his anger zone, you have spoken the way I'm speaking in the past. Only that, very disappointingly, you don't want to be reminded of your words. Mr. President, all we are saying is be a man of your word. It is you, the elders, that teach us to keep our word. You say if you're a man, you keep your word. So all we're asking of you, Mr. President, is keep your word. Be a man of your word. You said Africa's problem, and Uganda in particular, are the leaders that overstay in power. You one time said a fundamental change had come to Uganda. You one time said you will not preside over a government where people are killed and you don't know the killer. You one time said that you went to the bush because Obote killed your people, because Amin killed your people. These are the same reasons that you gave for picking up guns and convincing young men and women of that time, our age of that time and even younger, to join you in what you called a liberation struggle. But here we are, 40 years later, you are killing our mothers, you are killing our fathers, you are killing a population who are supposed to be your grandchildren. You are presiding over a regime of blood and terror. Blood is flowing on the streets. We have appealed to you time and again that we are non-violent. We have appealed to you to respect the words that you've said, to respect the words that you wrote in your books, the words that are in your book by you and your team called Mission to Freedom, the words that are in your book called Sowing the Mustard Seed, the words that are in your book, What is Africa's Problem? I continue to remind you, Mr. President, that we are not going to give up, sir. We are not going to give up because the law is on our side. We are not going to give up because the people of Uganda are on the side of the truth. The same truth that you are stopping us from telling the people. You said you were fighting to return democracy. Let democracy prevail. Be a real soldier. If you're a real soldier, respect the rights of the people. If it is democracy, let it be democracy. Respect fair play. Let the people of Uganda decide. I know many of you fellow Ugandans have asked us what we shall do to President Museveni after we defeat him. I've said it and I'm saying it again, that now entirely depends on him. It depends on how he wants to go out. If he respects the voices of the people of Uganda, we would be happy to respect him, to retire him with dignity, and of course to have him as a resident former president who can even guide. But if he decides to go the Gaddafi line, to go the Bashir line, to go the Mugabe line, that still depends entirely on him. So finally, to the people of Uganda, I want to remind you that this It's not only about a certain section of people. It's not only about young people. And yes, it's not only about elders. It's about all of us. This is about all of us. Bad roads will not ask what tribe you are or what religion you are or where your family is before they kill you in an accident. A badly governed country will not, discriminate. Some of you have seen young ladies that were not political at all. Some of them did not even know they are slaves in their own country, going about their usual business, murdered. A young lady who was carrying food to a customer, murdered. We saw even a university lecturer murdered. So we are all in danger until none of us is in danger. It is important that we all play our part, those in Uganda and those in the diaspora. We, the leaders, all we can do is offer ourselves to lead the charge, but everybody is equally important. I want to